Yo, what is up, my beautiful people? Here I have two of what I believe to be some of the best large screen handhelds on the market right now. We have the Lenovo Legion Go, which is in the conversation right now, arguably the best handheld available right now. A lot of people consider this to be the king of handhelds right now. And here we have the OneXplayer X1 with the 8840U, and it is amazing. These two devices seem very different, but they have something in common. As you saw, they both have those detachable controllers. We're gonna compare these two devices, and at the end of this, we're gonna determine which one is the one to beat, which one is the one to buy, and which one may be the one for you. So stick around for all of that. We're gonna dive into that. Before we do, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, all that great YouTube stuff, so I can keep bringing you more barely average dude content like this. So let's just hop right into it. Now, I don't want to do the typical comparisons that I usually do with going over like what's the design, what's the display, what's the specs. I don't want to really do that. I guess you guys already know what it is. I want to do a different format. I'm going to tell you what each of these devices excel at, or which one of the categories these devices is sort of better than the other one. And I think that should give us a better sort of perspective, instead of just listing off like a spec sheet and listing off the resolution and the storage and whatnot. I want to tell you what each of these devices is better at. That should sort of give us a point of perspective when doing this sort of comparison. So let's get right into it. What does the Legion Go excel at over the X1? We're starting right off with the Legion Go. What does it excel at? Number one, the first thing the Legion Go excels at is the price. The retail price is much lower. Now, considering the 1TB Legion Go is $750 right now at Best Buy. It may be different at the time you're watching this video, but right now, as of September 1st, the Legion Go 1TB is $750 at Best Buy right now. The retail price of the X1, 32GB of RAM, 1TB of storage is $1,100. I know, right? I know. Your wallet is crying. So the Legion Go is definitely better as far as the price goes. Now, is it worth that extra $350? I don't know. We're gonna get into it, but the price is where the Legion Go takes it. That's where it excels in this sort of comparison. The price. Another thing that the Legion Go excels at is the ergonomics. The stick placement is a little bit more comfortable, as you can see here. So here is me, just messing with the sticks here. Much more comfortable position wise. The X1 is a little bit less comfortable. You can see my right stick here is a little bit lower than I would like. Now I could sort of do with my thumb up here, but usually you're going to be down here, and it's a little bit less comfortable with my large hand size. The left stick is cool. The D-pad as well is fine, but this right stick, I have to take off points. So the Legion Go does win in the ergonomic category, just for the stick placement here being a little bit more comfortable, and it also is a much smaller and lighter device. The Legion Go is 860 grams and the OneXplayer X1 is 927 grams, which is 67 grams more than the Legion Go. So it's not much, but it's getting up there to almost being 1,000 grams. So it is something just to note. It is 67 grams heavier than the Legion Go. So yeah, the Legion Go is more ergonomic, it's smaller, it's lighter, even though it's on the heavy side of devices. When you're comparing it to something like the Nintendo Switch, it is much heavier, but it is still lighter and more ergonomic than the OneXplayer X1. Another category that the Legion Go excels is the controls. Now the controls, one thing that really sets it apart is the fact that the controller can work when detached, and that's not something that you can say for the OneXplayer X1. It doesn't have a battery inside of the controllers here, so they cannot work standalone when detached. So the Legion Go does take the sort of controller department because it can work when detached. It has a few more back buttons than the X1, which only has 2. The Legion Go has about 4 back buttons, so that is nice to see. And also we have the FPS mode, where you can set up the controller and use it with the little dock that they have there for FPS games. I think the controls is really where the Legion Go excels. Has some of the best controls on any handheld right now. So that's the categories where the Legion Go pulls ahead. The price is much cheaper, ergonomics are better, and the controls are a more complete package as far as the controls go. Now, moving over to the X1. Where does the X1 excel? One is definitely the versatility. Now, we have some things here that I'm gonna add to the X1 that really showcase the versatility. So I'll add the keyboard, and then I'll add the stand here, and you will see that this is where the versatility goes to another level. Here we have a full laptop. This is why I believe that the X1 is one of the most unique handhelds or computing devices out right now. It's not just a handheld, it is a handheld, it is a laptop, as you can see here, with the keyboard and trackpad, and it's also a tablet. So I can take this off, I can take the controllers off, I leave that stand on there, and now it's a tablet. Check this out. It has a fully adjustable stand here, which is magnetic. So if you want to hold it in your hand out the stand and, you know, save some weight, it is magnetic. So as you can see here, we have a full tablet. We have a laptop. I can put the keyboard on there, a full backlit keyboard that does actually work pretty well. Trackpad is not the best on any laptop, but it definitely is passable. It will get you by for navigation, and the keyboard will definitely serve you well for, you know, emails, drafting up documents. I actually wrote this entire script on the X1 keyboard, so that should let you know that it is definitely something that is more than usable. So, you know, there's no other device that has the level of versatility that the X1 has. You know, you have that AMD, that 8840U, which is going to give you a lot of power. It's just an amazing 3-in-1 device, and there's not something that the Legion Go can say. Now you can take the controllers off, turn it into a tablet, but, you know, I don't think you would want to use this as your main tablet or main, you know, laptop replacement. This can definitely be a laptop replacement right out of the box. This whole package came bundled in the box. I didn't have to buy the keyboard separately or the stand or the controllers. This all came with the purchase, and that's why I think, as far as versatility goes, the X1 takes versatility hands down. It also has a webcam, so I can show you that it does actually have a webcam. So it's not the best camera. It's not the best camera, but as you can see, I don't know if you can see me here, or maybe you can see the camera. Take a look at you guys there on the camera. It has a full webcam, and it actually does work for Face ID or Face Unlock, Windows Hello. So this is like a full laptop replacement, like not many other devices or handhelds can really say. Now, another way that the OneXplayer X1 excels is the ports. Not only does it have two USB 4 ports on the side, it also has Oculink on the top. As you can see here under this flap, we have Oculink. That's going to give you super fast eGPU support, and you also have a full-sized USB-A port there. So as far as ports go, we have the same ports as the Legion Go with the addition of Oculink and USB-A, which is really going to take this device to another level as far as being a full, you know, all-in-one type device. Now, another category where the X1 wins is the battery. This has a 65 watt-hour battery. The Legion Go only has a 49 watt-hour battery, and the reason I say it only has a 49 watt-hour battery is because the X1 Mini, surprisingly, also has a 65 watt-hour battery, and these are pretty much the same size, as you can see here, and it has the same screen, 8.8 inches, 144 hertz. They pretty much stole the screen from the Legion Go, put it on the X1, and it has a 65 watt-hour battery. I'm not sure why they couldn't put a larger battery in the Legion Go. As you can see here, they're pretty much the same thickness. I don't know why they couldn't give us a larger battery in the Legion Go. Battery definitely goes to the OneXplayer X1. Okay, so another category where the X1, you know, gets the point and really excels is the performance. We have, you know, the 8840U here, 32 gigabytes of RAM. It really does pull ahead in most of the benchmarks that I put these devices through. We're gonna see in just a second. I'm gonna run through some benchmarks here, but performance definitely goes to the X1. But let me not just talk about it. Let me be about it. Let me show you. Let's run some benchmarks, and then we'll talk about what I think and which one is the one to beat. Let's hop into those benchmarks. Okay, so the first benchmark we're gonna run is Cyberpunk. We are at 30 watt TDP. Low settings in Cyberpunk with FSR set to balanced at 1200p. So let's run the benchmark and see what these devices can do. Okay, so the benchmark is finished. The Legion Go got an average of 51.48, so that is actually pretty good. Not bad. Low settings, 1200p. FSR set to balanced. The OneXplayer X1, check this out, you guys. It's actually pretty crazy. An average of 55.55. I've never actually seen the same number 4 times like that. I don't know if that's good luck, but it's actually pretty good. So we got around, what is that? 4 FPS more, so that's 51.5. we'll call this 55.5. So 4 FPS more. That's not even 10%. That's maybe like 8% more. But it is a noticeable increase in performance here. Not much, but it is something to, you know, take note of. 4 FPS more in Cyberpunk at the same settings. But let's not stop here. Let's keep it going and let's see what these devices can do. Okay, so the next benchmark we're gonna run is Black Myth Wukong. Now we're gonna take it up a bit for this test. Cyberpunk, you know, we let these devices, you know, relax a little bit. They were at low settings. We're gonna go to high settings, 1200p. We do still have FSR on, but we just want to see what these devices can do when playing the latest AAA games at high settings. Now, you probably wouldn't play this game at high settings, but we just want to see what these devices can do when we push them to their absolute limit. So let's, you know, run this at 1200p high settings and see what these devices can do. Okay, so the test is finished and it looks like the Legion Go actually got a slight win here. Not sure if we call this a win. Leave a comment down below if you actually call this a win. The Legion Go got 40 FPS and the X1 got 39, so there's only 1 frame different. I don't know, 1 frame, I tend to call like a 1 frame difference a tie, because that's pretty much like margin of error, only 1 FPS difference. I don't think that's big enough to be considered a difference here. That's around maybe what, 2.5%. Not sure if that's a win, but let me know in the comments down below if we should give the win to the Legion Go for this test. 1 FPS, is that enough to be a win? Let me know in the comments down below. I call it a tie, but let me know. I'm open to be persuaded. But let's get into the next benchmark. We have a few more to go. Okay, so the next benchmark is Forza Horizon 5, still at 1200p. We're back down at medium settings, and FSR is set to quality. Let's run the benchmark and see which one comes out on top. Okay, so the Forza Horizon 5 benchmark is done. 1200p medium settings. The Legion Go got 64, as you can see here, got 64 FPS, and the X1 got 71. That is around 7 FPS, which in this benchmark is just a little bit under 10%. So that's a pretty good increase in performance here on the X1, but we're not done yet. Let's keep going. We have a few more benchmarks to get through, so let's not waste any time. Let's get into the next one. All right, next benchmark here is Returnal. Pretty tough game to run on these handhelds here. 1200p low settings. Let's run the benchmark and, you know, see what these things can do. Okay, so here we're seeing a pretty drastic difference in performance here. The OneXplayer X1 got an average of 48 FPS. The Legion Go got an average of 41, as you can see here. I will say that the Legion Go usually averages around 43 to 44, but as you can see here, 41 to 48. In this test, that's a like almost 20% difference for the X1. I'll take it down to around 10 to 15% because the average here is usually around 43, but as you can see the test here, 41 to 48. We have just one more benchmark, and then I'll give you my final thoughts and tell you which one I think is the one to get, which one is the one to beat, and which one may be the one for you. So one last benchmark and then we'll get some final thoughts before I get you guys out of here. Okay, so the last benchmark is going to be Horizon Zero Dawn. We're going to be at 1200p. FSR is set to balanced, and the graphical preset is set to favor performance. So let's run the benchmark. 1200p low settings pretty much, and FSR is set to balance. Let's run it and see how they do. Okay, so the benchmark is finished here, and not bad results. The Legion Go got an average of 77, and the X1 got an average of 79. So only 2 FPS more here, and at such a high FPS, I have to call this almost a draw. I'll call it a draw because I think that's so little. At 79 and 77, that's so little that, I mean, you could pretty much call that a draw here. So that's pretty much the performance test. Now, let me give you like my final thoughts. Like, what do I think about these devices? Like, which one is for who? Like, should anyone consider the X1 over the Legion Go? Should anyone consider the Legion Go over the X1? Now, I will say the Legion Go is a device that I could recommend if you just want a large screen handheld, and that's pretty much all you really need is a handheld device. You know, if you want that FPS mode, as we saw, you can take off the controller here and set that up with the FPS mode. This is like the main selling point of this device here, is that FPS mode. If you just want like a large screen handheld with that FPS mode, you cannot go wrong with the Legion Go. And also the price is much lower, so you can just walk into a Best Buy and pick this up. You can't really walk into a Best Buy and get the X1. There's not really something you can do. I think you should get the X1 8840U if you want like an all-in-one device. This is a device that can pretty much replace your laptop. It can replace your tablet. This is something that can really do it all, and it's nothing that it really can do. As an all-in-one device, you cannot really top this. This is like the only device on the market that is everything that this is at the same time. It's not the best, you know, tablet in the world. It's not the best laptop in the world. It's not the best handheld in the world, but overall, it is an amazing device, and there's nothing that is like it. There's nothing that comes close to it at being a 3-in-1 like this. There's 2-in-1s like the GPD MinMax 2. There's, I guess, 2-in-1s with the Legion Go being like a tablet and a handheld, I guess you could say, but there's nothing like this. And I really do think if you're replacing your laptop, your handheld, your tablet, this is going to be the one to get. But if you just need a handheld and you want a slightly lower budget, then you cannot go wrong with the Legion Go. I really do think they both have a place in the market. The Legion Go is probably the safer bet for most handheld gamers. The X1, man, the X1 is special. The X1 is for those who want an all-in-one device. You pretty much put this in a bag and you are good to go. And this is all you really need on your journeys. This is going to require you to, you know, get a keyboard, get like a slightly larger monitor for productivity. You're going to need like a mouse, and you just need a little bit more things just to make this a full laptop replacement. And it also doesn't have like a webcam. If you need like a web conferencing, like a Zoom or something, you're really going to need that webcam, and that's something that every laptop has. So this is really the all-in-one device, and that's pretty much it, you guys. The Legion Go is more affordable. It's more ergonomic, slightly better controls, but the X1 is a more versatile device. It's an all-in-one. It has better ports and better battery. I really think you can't really go wrong with either of these devices, and that's really my final opinion on these two devices. Great devices, can't go wrong with either one, and they're both amazing in their own way. Sounds like a cop-out, but that's really how it goes with these devices. No one is the best for everyone. But anyway, that's the X1 versus the Legion Go. Leave a comment down below of what you think is the best between these devices. If you're rocking with the Legion Go, let me know in the comments down below. If you are team X1 with the 3-in-1 goodness, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to, you know, check that and reply to the comments down below. Let's talk about it. Let me know which one's the best, and we can talk about it. Leave your arguments and your thoughts in the comments down below. And as always, like, subscribe, ring that bell, all that great YouTube stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let me know what you want to see. We have so many other devices we could put it up against. Let me know what you want to see. We just got the X1 in the house not too long ago. Got to put it through all the tests. So any questions or comparisons you want to see with this new device, let me know, and I'll be sure to, you know, at least try to make a video on that. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.